We are Big Red on 3. 1, 2, 3. We are Big Red.
Welcome to the WTOV 9 Game of the Week as Steubenville Big Red takes on the Massillon Tigers in the Tony Terramana Cancer Center at Trinity Health System Showdown in Steubenville.
And you're looking at a jam-packed Harding Stadium in Steubenville as tonight on the WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week, 6-0 Steubenville Big Red plays host to the 5-1 Massillon Tigers. The WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week brought to you in part by Trinity Health System, A&B Kia Used Car Outlet, The Health Plan, Belmont Savings Bank, and Consol Energy. The WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week. It's the only game in town, and I'll tell you what, tonight, it's the biggest game, not only in the Ohio Valley, but in the entire state of Ohio. Hello again, everybody. Don Sloan alongside Bill Phillips. And Bill, two longtime rivals, Massillon and Steubenville, first met back in the 1930s, but they haven't played in 30 years, and I've never seen the anticipation for a high school football game like there is for this one tonight.
Brief little story today, everybody. I'm out doing some grocery shopping. All of a sudden, spontaneous chants of Roll Red Roll. People talking about the rivalry between Big Red and Massillon. This has been on everyone's mind all season long. It's finally here. It's one of the games that people will remember 30, 40, 50 years from now, and they'll say, do you remember when Massillon and Big Red played?
And it's going to be a dandy. 1978, the last time they played. Last week, Massillon suffered its first loss of the season on the road.
Alex Winters had a huge game for Massillon, but it wasn't enough. But you see Winters here, he's a dangerous player. Big Red's going to have to watch for him all night long. Last week, he was outstanding, but in the end, St. Ignatius gets up with a win.
And that was the final, 26-21 St. Ignatius. Meanwhile, Steubenville Big Red Bill at Wheeling Park.
And Steubenville Big Red does what they do every year against Wheeling Park. They just wore the Patriots down, and they come up with a huge win on the road. Take a look at the final score. Big Red wins it going away, 39-14. Big Red tuning up for tonight's big matchup with Massillon.
And Dwight Macon, you see there with a touchdown pass, Macon back to form, because he'd missed a couple of games with a shoulder injury. Dwight Macon looks like he's back to 100%. And Dwight this week verbal, he's going to play his college football at Central Michigan. So some big news this week.
That's fantastic news for him. Outstanding news for the quarterback. That's something I'm sure that'll be off of his mind now. Something he doesn't have to worry about. One less thing he doesn't have to focus on while he gets ready for Massillon tonight.
Well, let's check in with the third member of our team, and she is Jackie Kane, and she's down on the sidelines. Jackie.
Well, hey guys, it is a soggy night, but what an exciting night here in Steubenville. You guys said it, this is a game that's 3 decades in the making. And earlier I got the chance to catch up with fans from both schools, and there was really no trash talking. We're talking about schools that really respect each other's. These really are two premier football programs in the state of Ohio when we're talking about high school. So it will be very interesting to watch these two teams clash out here on the football field. I'll be down here all game long, and I have some interesting interviews coming up for you, but for now I'll send it back up to the press box.
And thanks a lot, Jackie. Massillon, the all-time winningest program in the state of Ohio. Steubenville Big Red, the third winningest. And Bill, I talked to head coach Reno Sokoch outside the locker room before the game. I've talked to him before state championship games. I have never seen him so intense before a game. Massillon and Big Red, it's the game of the week, and we'll be back with the kickoff and more after this. And we are back at Harding Stadium. Steubenville Big Red taking on the Massillon Tigers. WTOV 9 Game of the Week. It's the Tony Terramana Cancer Center at Trinity Health System Showdown in Steubenville. Let's head down to the sidelines and check in with Jackie Kane.
I'm joined now by Keith Murdoch, spokesperson for Trinity Health System, a very big sponsor for tonight's game. Tell me, why was it so important to be a sponsor of this game?
Well, on behalf of everyone at Trinity Health System and the Tony Terramana Cancer Center, it's a great privilege to showcase such a great night for Steubenville and all these people coming together in one place. This is such a wonderful experience. I wish it could go on forever. Thanks.
All right, thank you for your sponsorship. Back to you.
And what a game to be a part of. You see from our high-angle end zone camera, the crowd, a capacity crowd standing room only for this Massillon Big Red matchup here at Harding Stadium. A number of folks on hand, not only that are fans, but representing the Ohio High School State Athletic Association. And one of those is standing by live with Jackie Kane.
I'm here with a very important man on the sidelines, Dr. Dan Ross, Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Big game tonight. Is that what's bringing you out here tonight?
Absolutely, but I think the important part of this, we have two of the most storied programs in Ohio, two schools in Ohio that probably have two of the best legacies that you have for high school football, two great communities. These communities follow these teams, two great programs, two great schools. There wouldn't be a better place to be in Ohio on this Friday night than here.
I have to ask you, do you have any game predictions tonight?
I can't do that. I love them all.
Okay, fair enough. Back up to you guys.
And thanks a lot, Jackie Kane and Dan Ross. And Massillon has won the toss. They have elected to receive. Massillon in the white and Big Red with the red jerseys and the black pants, set to get it underway. Steubenville Big Red and Massillon. There's head coach Reno Sakach. He is ready to go. He and his Steubenville Big Red team set for this matchup tonight. Massillon, number 1 in the state of Ohio and wins. Big Red, number 3 in the state of Ohio and wins. And Bill, when you look at this is kind of like Monday Night Football, a marquee matchup. It's kind of like when you look at the big intersectional USC-Ohio State matchup. Not a normal regular season matchup. These two teams haven't played in 30 years, and this is the most talked about game in the entire state of Ohio tonight.
It's been the most talked about game for the last year. Since we found out it was on the schedule, everyone's been talking about this. Fortunately, so far, the weather holding just enough. It's going to be a little wet, a little slick, so the ball's going to get a little wet. But if the rain holds off, it couldn't be any better than being here. Like Dr. Ross said, best spot to be on a Friday night, especially this Friday night in the entire state.
And it is the Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff. Dwight Macon will kick off for Big Red. He's done a good job of it this year. He's put some into the end zone. And back deep is Aaron White along with Devin Smith for the Massillon Tigers. You can hear the horse. You can hear the crowd in the back room. Standing room only. We are underway at Harding Stadium. And Macon boots it into the end zone for Big Red. And how important is that? Massillon starting on their own 20. Dwight Macon, the quarterback, being a big part of the defense for Big Red with that opening kickoff.
It's a huge kick because it gets your sideline pumped up, it gets the defense pumped up. Massillon's back on their 20. It gives you a little bit of an energy boost before you get out there for the first offensive opportunity for Massillon. For Big Red's defense, you're ready to roll. It's on the 20-yard line.
Massillon, a lot of times will go on a quick count. They like to use a short passing game and let the receivers make the catch and make the yards after catches. So tackling in space, huge for the Red. Robert Partridge puts it up and the pass is caught over in the far sideline. Gain of 7 or 8 on the first play. Justin Olak with the catch. And you see the Massillon starters now being scrolled across the bottom of your screen. And there's a look at Justin Olak who made that catch. A number of key different receivers on this team. Olak goes 6'3", 2nd and 1. Partridge and that gun, they're looking, checking the sideline. You can see the A and the C, and they'll hold up big letters on the far sideline with signaling in the plays to Partridge, the quarterback. He's going to keep it. And Partridge brought down from behind at the 32-yard line. He will, though, pick up the first down for the Tigers.
Comes out on the corner. Big Red defense does a good job of making sure it doesn't go for big yards. He gets the first down, but they do a good job of containing the Massillon quarterback as he picks up the first down.
Now they will line up in an I. Alex Winters, your tailback. Clayton Maddox is the fullback. Receivers to either side. Olak up to the top. Partridge looking over that Big Red defense. Handoff. No, nice play, action, fake, excellent coverage for Big Red as Jordan Meyer bats it away. They were trying to get the pass to Matt Zimmerman, the 6'2" tight end.
Jesse Byrne on the Doug Ford replay here gets some pressure on the quarterback as well. Partridge a little bit quicker than he wanted to be. Excellent coverage in the secondary from Big Red. fine defensive play for the Red.
Height advantage for Massillon, but excellent coverage by Meyer for Big Red. 2nd and 10, ball in the 32. Partridge looking things over. 6'2" quarterback. Pass is tipped by Jesse Burden of Big Red. And we saw him in the opener against Indian Creek take a pass like that and run it back to the house. But Burden batting it down for Big Red.
Fundamentals, Don, you talk about it when the coaches talk about it. If you can't get to the passer, you're at the line of scrimmage, get your hands up in the air. You see that ball come, get your hand up in the air. You might bat it up in the air, and that's exactly what happened from Burden. Almost resulted in an interception for Big Red.
Good rush by the end, John Elder as well. Look at Big Red jumping around there. They'll be dropping a lot of guys back into pass coverage. Trips to the bottom, 2 up to the top side. Here comes the blitz. He gets it away. Pass is caught. Incomplete. They caught it a catch. Regardless, it'll be 4th down in a punting situation for Massillon. They bring the house. It is caught.
Don't forward replay, just a short gain. Almost looked like they lost a yard on it, but now Big Red with a big opportunity. Great defensive stand on the first possession for Massillon by Big Red.
Partridge back in his own 16. Caleb Westlake, the return man at the 30. Good rush by Big Red. He barely gets it away. That was Isaiah Willis. Caleb Westlake calls for the fair catch. Back to the 29. We're just underway. Massillon and Big Red. We are scoreless at Harding Stadium. VaporJet scoreboard, we are scoreless, just underway. Massillon and Big Red. 1st and 10 on their own 29 for the Red. Trey Wiggins goes in motion. JoJo Piro spinning. He's going to gain a couple on the 1st down carry. Big Red starting offense, going across the bottom of the screen. Here you see Dwight Macon. Big Red will use a number of different running backs as well.
Officially get 3 for Piro on 1st down. That puts them Big Red in a good situation. They could get 3 on 1st down every time. They'd be
Wildcat, Trey Wiggins, Dwight Macon split topside, and Wiggins is going to carry it out of that Wildcat formation, and not much doing for Wiggins. It'll bring up 3rd down. It's a little gadgetry, little trickery for Big Red.
One thing you saw with Big Red on the defensive side of the football as well, on that last 3rd down play, they had all the defensive linemen standing up. They're trying to give Massillon some looks that they're not used to. Maybe they're going to surprise them and throw them off just a little bit. Maybe that's going to open up a seam that they need for a big play.
Anthony Piro, Trey Wiggins split to the bottom. One sidecar, Macon. 3rd and 5, and Dwight's going to keep it. Trying to bounce to the outside, and it's going to be about 2.5 yards short. Will bring up 4th down. When you look at a big game so many times, defense tells the tale. So far, it is defense. You look back at that state championship win over Columbus DeSales. That was a big game where the Steubenville defense rose to the occasion, and they're going to need another performance like that tonight.
And when defense is playing that well, that means special teams has to play well, especially the punting units. We'll see Big Red's first punting opportunity here.
Piro takes a snap, gets off a nice punt, and Massillon is going to muff it, but they'll take it to the 23. Jackie, what's it like on the sideline? I've never seen this place so electric.
Very intense down here on the sidelines, but earlier before the game I got a chance to talk to Coach Sack's wife, Patty, and she didn't want to be interviewed during the game because obviously it's very intense and she's nervous, but I was trying to talk to her about what Coach Sack is like before a big game like this, and she said she knew this one was a little bit different because he was more quiet. He just didn't have much to say, and he wasn't intense or stressed out, but a lot more quiet. And she said after he left today, she gave him the kiss like she always does and said, "Be a winner." So that's how they left it. Don?
And thanks a lot, Jackie, and some insight talking to Coach Sack's wife. And I talked to him before the game, and he did. It was different. It was kind of it was intense, but it was reserved, like a intense focus.
Very focused, and the thing is, that's a good luck kiss because he's won over like 275 times now. So that's worked out pretty well. It's a nice tradition they have.
2nd and 9, excellent job defensively for Big Red. LaShawn Luke making the stop, short gain, and you saw in that tight shot of Reno, the rain is the falling. Doan Ford replay.
Doan Ford replay. Good penetration from Big Red all the way across the defensive line. If they can get that push up front before Massillon gets the push, it's going to be very beneficial all night long.
Personnel change. You see Dwight Macon in at a linebacker spot. Josh Thompson comes in as well, top side. Thompson, a very big hitter for Big Red. 3rd and 8. A lot of speed out there defensively for Big Red. Draw, and it is Macon making the tackle at the 31-yard line. So they make that defensive substitution. Macon comes into the game, and he makes the tackle.
He's a talent. He's the best athlete on the field for Big Red, bar none. You put him in offense, defense, he's going to come up with a big play for you. Here you take a look. It just makes a nice play here, coming down and making the stop, holding the runner from getting the first down yardage. Macon's the man.
You could see in that replay from the end zone camera the intensity. Jordan Banks, he had 2 guys on him, hands up and underneath his face mask and everything, still trying to go and get the quarterback. Here comes Caleb Westlake, and he fields it cleanly, and Big Red will take over for their 2nd possession at the 36-yard line. Trinity Health System scorebar. Now, this is a doubleheader game of the week weekend. Tony Terramana Cancer Center at Trinity Health System showdown in Steubenville. Tomorrow night, it is Wheeling Central and Steubenville Catholic Central. Will bring you the game at 11:30 following News 9 tonight. You want to talk about intensity. At practice this week, talking to Greggy Bain, he is ready for this. He says, Don, they've dominated us the past few years. The rivalry's turned into a rout. We need to change it. So big one tomorrow between Wheeling Central and Steubenville Central. Danny Bain crabbing in motion down to the near side, trying to run the stretch. Jojo Piro. And he gets across to the 40, almost to the 43-yard line. So a good carry on first down for Piro. Let's call it a gain of 6.
Well-designed play. Bain comes down the line of scrimmage, gives him that extra blocker on the corner. Then the fullback leads up. Piro gets right on the tail end of his fullback. You take a look here. He's right there. He's going to follow his blocker on the Doan Ford replay. Pick up a nice chunk of yardage. 7 yards on first down. It's just a really well-designed play at first down.
That a sophomore tailback following a sophomore fullback. And in one of the biggest games this program's had in the regular season in a large number of years. Big Red, a large number of younger players seeing action throughout tonight's game. 2 receivers top side. Dwight Macon is going to keep it. He spins, and he's going to get stood up at the 45. Forward progress should make it 3rd and 1 for the Red. Trinity Health System scoreboard, scoreless, 6:01 to go here first quarter.
Well, 3rd and 1, plenty of options for Big Red. They can go with the run again. They can put the ball up top. They have not done that yet. They have not thrown the football, but Macon with a couple of opportunities to run the football. Maybe he keeps again. Maybe they go to Piro, but they have a number of options on the short distance.
Meyer, Wiggins near side. Handoff. Piro. First down, Big Red.
Second effort got him that one, Don.
Jojo Piro, 5'9", 170 sophomore. And he is a tough runner, and you got to feel good for him because his season was really slow. He had a foot injury at the beginning of the year, and now he's making the most of his opportunity.
This is just want to. That's just the offensive line of Big Red wanting it more than Massillon's defensive line, and Piro giving that extra effort to get that yard that they needed.
Trips topside, only one lineman to the top. They have a guard to the right side. Here's Macon taking advantage of those extra blockers on the near side, and Macon out of bounds at the Massillon 45-yard line.
And again, Big Red giving Massillon a lot to think about with their formations, both on offense and defense. There they go with one lineman on the other side of the center, and then Macon comes down. They get the flow of the line going the opposite way, and then Macon comes back, and they figure if Macon's on the corner one-on-one, he's got a chance to win that battle.
2nd and 2. Anthony Piro to the bottom. Trey Wiggins topside. Elvin Taylor. First down, Big Red to the 42. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 41. Excellent carry by Elvin Taylor.
Taylor found that seam, found a hole, popped right through it, exploded through the hole. We take a look here. He's going to get the seam, little cut back. He finds that hole, and he's in there for the first down. Good play by the linebackers coming up from Massillon to make the stop to keep it to Not a huge gain, but a nice play as Lino comes up with the play for Massillon on defense, but a great play by Big Red to get the first down.
Center Jamie Duvall, a great block in that play. Dwight Macon going topside. They try to string it out. He spins, not much there. Forward progress ought to give him a couple. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Bo Grunder, the senior defensive back, coming up and making the stop for Massillon.
Okay, personnel. Shaq Petaway coming in. Sage Kutry as well. Now, Kutry's been out since the Woodland Hills game. Huge to get Kutry, the tight end, back in this lineup. He's a good blocker, has excellent hands. Petaway will be at the fullback spot, and JoJo Piro will be the tail. 2 receivers down to the bottom. Kutry's tight end up to that top side. Wiggins in motion. Now he's going to come back near side. JoJo Piro straight up the gut. He's going to gain about 5. An interesting Bill. Big Red going right at Massillon.
Sometimes that's what you do. Massillon may not expect it. Maybe they saw something in the game plan. But right now, the bottom line is Big Red is winning the line of scrimmage. That's a huge hole to run to. Look at the push the offensive linemen are getting for Big Red. They're getting into the linebacking zone. They're just winning the offensive line. As simple as that.
Big Mason Campbell, a good block for the Red. 3rd and 4. Dominic Gary in motion. Macon. And he's going to be about a yard short. A couple yards short. Bring up 4th down.
4th down, about a yard and a half for Big Red. Down this deep in the territory, you're gonna go for it. Now the question is, still haven't put the ball up in the air. A little play action might be a possibility with a tight end drag or a little out pattern with one of the little flare out by one of the running backs. But they have options, and a play action might be the perfect play here.
4th and a yard, stack eye. A lot of times Macon will keep out of this. Piro, 1st down, Big Red. Down to the 29-yard line, and Joe Piro having himself a game. A guy that we haven't seen at tailback yet, though, is Jesse Burton, who's been a home run threat.
That's again line search. It's all up front. That's just they're winning the line of scrimmage. Take a look here. Everyone blocking down. Piro gets behind his blockers. I sound like a broken record, but it's as simple as that. If you win the battle along the line of scrimmage, Don, you know this as well as anybody, you're going to win the majority of your ball games. So right now, Big Red's winning this game, even though it's scoreless on the scoreboard.
1st and 10 at the 29. Back the other way. It is Trey Wiggins. Wiggins to the 20. He is run out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jordan Banks leading the way for Big Red. But I'm telling you what, up front, Big Red is getting it done, guys.
They have Massillon completely off balance, does Big Red. Around the corner, blockers out front. It just seems like Massillon's a step behind right now. They don't know exactly where they're supposed to be because Big Red's keeping them off balance.
Mentioned Jesse Burton. He is not in the game at tailback. Watch him to get it. No, they give it to the fullback, Shaq Petaway, and Shaq down to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down. JoJo Piro back in, and Big Red in the Hollywood City Center red zone right now. And the Hollywood City Center full of cars right now. And when you get this many people, you got to park them somewhere. Trey Wiggins top side along with Anthony Piro. JoJo Piro is the sidecar to Macon. Macon quarterback keep all the way, and he's not going to get much. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down, Bill.
Good job by Tim Bussin. He comes down the line, not blocked. He gets past his man, and Macon just doesn't have a chance on that one. Well played defensively by Massillon. Now 3rd and 5 from the 11. Things starts to tighten up in the red zone.
Burton in at tailback. Petaway is your fullback. Your tight ends, Bain and Gary. Piro top side. Gary's going to crowd in motion that way. They're going to try to run it that way, and Burton! He's going to be close, but I think he's going to be just short. It'll bring out 4th and inches.
Even though he's just short, Don, you got to love the vision from Burton on that play. You see, the play's designed to go out to the outside of the Don Ford replay. You look at him, he's following, and he sees it, cuts it right back, and comes up just short of the 1st down. But great vision here from Burton.
51 Banks.
Banks is
taking out
job.
2 guys.
Nice play all the way around.
Hollywood City Center red zone, 50 seconds to go, first quarter. 4th and 1 in the 6th. Burden and Petaway lined up behind Macon. Luke in motion. Macon keeps it. First down, Big Red to the 3. A big time-consuming drive here for the Red. Just their second offensive possession of the game.
Look here, Macon looks, he thinks he's going to get hit, doesn't. Manages to slide by and picks up the first down. Wasn't the prettiest play, but it gets the job done. Making great play to make his man miss in the backfield.
LaShawn Luke at a wing. Petaway and Burden your running backs. First man through, Petaway, and he's going to be stacked up.
Good old-fashioned power running down to about the 1-yard line. And again, right now, just follow that offensive line. They're winning the battle, and you know what? They've eaten up the entire first quarter, Don, and that's good news for Big Red.
First quarter comes to an end. We're scoreless. Big Red knocking the door. Second and goal to go at the 2. You got to take a listen to this crowd. We'll be back after this. We're set to start the second quarter. VaporJet scoreboard. We are scoreless between Massillon and Big Red. Right now, Big Red looking at a second and goal to go. The ball on the 1-yard line. They're going to come out in the stack eye. Last man through's Burden. Stopped right at the goal line. So third and goal to go, just inches from the goal line. They have the stack eye with Luke, Petaway, and Burden.
Big Red, rain coming down, as you can see, harder and harder as this game goes along. Massillon trying to make the goal line stand here. Now third and basically the length of the football away from the goal line. Making a big quarterback, you might try and keep it.
Handoff, Shaq Petaway.
Looks like a fumble.
No signal. Fumble, and I think Massillon's got it.
It looked like on the initial surge at the line of scrimmage, Petaway took a shot, maybe a helmet got on the footbol, Don. Ball popped loose to the left side of the line, and Massillon gets on the football. Never got the handoff. They had a bad quarterback, running back exchange. He never had the ball cleanly. I don't know if it came out of Bacon's hand or maybe the fullback coming through. It hit the football, but that was never a clean exchange. Running back never got the football. It gets knocked around. Massillon recovers. A huge break for the Tigers, and just a disastrous end to a great drive for Big Red.
And not only that, with the fact that it was recovered in the end zone, it's not at the 1, it's not at the 20, but the rain just ratcheted up right when they went to snap the ball before that play. Massillon handoff. And they're going to pick up 3 or 4. That's Alex Winters.
Now the mental game comes into it. You've just gone on a long, time-consuming drive. You have everything going your way. Looks like you're going to go in for a score. What they need to do is mentally stay focused on defense, because that can take the wind out of your sails. You have to be ready to go out and perform. Say, okay, we did it once. We can do it again. Next time we'll put it in the end zone. So the Big Red defense needs to stay focused, needs to come up with a big play. A lot of these players on Big Red squad go both ways.
2nd and 5, Partridge in the gun. Winters is your sidecar. Burden. Luke and Petaway, your backers. Petaway coming top side. They evade him. Ooh. What a stick by Jordan Meyer.
Jordan Meyer laying the lumber.
I'm telling you, we got a hit of the game. That might be it.
Hit of the game right there, and we got it in the start of the second quarter. Let's take a look at that again. See the tail end of it. He lit them up like a Christmas tree that they have on display down there at M&M. They have those lit up all night. He lit them up with that shot.
3rd and 3, and this is the second play in a row that they've had a problem with the equipment of Winters. He can't keep his
keep that chin strap
buckled up.
Take a look at it here again, Don. Oh, clean and cold.
Nice having a D back. It hits like a linebacker.
Oh.
3rd and 3, 2 receivers to the bottom. Big Red's got guys jumping around all over the place, showing different looks. 3rd and 3. Winters, and he gets upended by Shaq Petaway. That's going to bring up 4th down, and Massillon's going to have to punt.
That Massillon offensive line is scratching its collective noggin right now because it can't seem to figure out what Big Red is doing defensively when they switch out of these formations.
Don't jump off sides. It's 4th and 2. Rain coming down. Potential of a block could be there. They almost got the last one.
Potential for a bad snap as well. Every snap critical, especially with the long snapper exchange when it's raining out.
Snap. Here they come. He gets it off. It's going to be a short, high punt. Big Red's going to have great field position. Nah, don't worry about it. Big Red on its own 44-yard line. WTOV 9 Game of the Week brought to you in part by Trinity Health System, Ohio Valley Honda, West Liberty University, and United Dairy. WTOV 9 Game of the Week. It's the only game in town, and we've got the biggest one in the state of Ohio tonight. Massillon and Big Red. Don Sloan, Bill Phillips bringing you the call of this one tonight. Big Red and I, LaShawn, Luke, and JoJo Piro in that backfield. Macon, it's a quarterback keep all the way. Macon shaking and baking, but not much going on that first down carry.
Massillon does a good job stringing that play out.
Dominic Gary in, Trey Wiggins out. Called a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9, Big Red on its own 45. Same running back tandem. This is JoJo Piro. And he gets just across the 47 following the block of Mason Campbell. They're going to bring Luke out. Trey Wiggins in along with Caleb Westlake. JoJo Piro also checks out.
Piro kind of got bent back when he was tackled. He got a couple of extra pushes back as he was in that pile. But Big Red coming out with a game plan that they're going to run the football, they're going to run it with power, they're going to run it inside. It's been successful, but now 3rd and 6, longer than some of their other 3rd down situations. Now, do they finally put the ball up in the air? Do they get Macon on the corner? We'll have to wait and see.
Officials timeout. They always say you come to a big game, you better be ready and buckle up your chin strap. Well, actually, Massillon's having trouble keeping their chin straps buckled right now. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We're back. A big play here. 3rd and 6 for the Red on the 48-yard line. Wiggins in motion. Wiggins takes the handoff. He cuts it in, bounces it to the outside, breaks the corner. 1st down. He gets into Massillon territory, knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Trey looked inside, busted it out. Massillon, he broke the contain. Massillon couldn't keep the contain on the perimeter.
Gets to the corner. It becomes a foot race, but a great stiff arm. Great use of his stiff arm right there. Just gets it on top of the helmet, gets the hand off the helmet, knocks his defender out of the way, and then he's around the corner for the 1st down. Stiff arm, it can be a great weapon offensively, and you don't need much of it, just enough to get him off you, and that's exactly what he did there. Nice play.
1st and 10 on the Massillon 39. Wiggins in motion. This is JoJo Piro. And Piro picks up 6 yards. And there's been one constant. Big Red on offense, Bill. They win 1st down, it seems like, every time.
And that goes right to the guys up front. You take a look at that offensive line for Big Red. Lynn, Banks, Duvall, Campbell, Pruitt up front. And they're getting the job done on offense. They have been absolutely outstanding so far tonight.
Kind of a bunch formation to the lower part of the screen. Wiggins split the whole way out at 2nd and 5. Well, we see Big Red put it up here. Meyer, Gary, and Westlake in that bunch. Actually, JoJo Piro and Macon. 1st down, Big Red, down to the 23. And JoJo Piro's in that bunch. And Macon followed him right up to the hole.
They definitely saw something on their scouting trips for Massillon because they are gouging the middle of the defensive line for Massillon, and it's good seal blocking. They're good seals that allow those holes to stay open long enough to get those running backs and quarterbacks through. And 1st and 10 at the 29. Drive started at the 44. They're on the march again. Same thing they did the last drive.
And number 50, Delshawn Woods, a nice pull for Big Red. First choice America, first down. Sage Kutry in motion. They're going to run it that way. Here comes Jesse Burton. And Burton down to the 18-yard line. They do a lot with him, Bill, kind of like they did with Tamale McGee. Mainly play defense, but coming in some big situations at tailback.
Look at the blocks along the line of scrimmage. They just got a wall. They built a wall to the inside, and Burton had an option. Watch this wall, Don. It just forms here. You have the offensive line pulling, running backs. Great blocking up front. Burton takes advantage.
If you remember, Tamale McGee, outstanding 1,000-yard rusher, but he was so important to that team, too, on that defensive side. And you see right there, Burton doing a lot of the same things.
Burton doing a lot of the same things. Massillon injury on that play. A linebacker, defensive back, Josh Remark, leaves the game, so he's being substituted for. But again, as you mentioned, Burton, he does so many things and he does them all well. It's not like he can do
I'm talking about the
this.
state championship game when they did that.
Yes, oh yeah. It seems like they just keep finding that guy that's going to be that player that can do a lot of different things and do them well.
1st and 10 at the 18. Pira, beautiful play fake. Sage Kutry, incomplete.
They go to the air for the first time. They had 2 receivers open. Kutry open, Wiggins open underneath as well. Defensive back was forced to make a decision. He was lost in no man's land. Great play, just a little bit too much. You see here the defensive back trying to get back to make the play. Wiggins, you don't see him over here. He's down underneath, wide open as well.
2nd and 10 on the 18. 2 receivers topside. That's Wiggins and Westlake. P-Row to the bottom. Bain and Gary, your tight ends. Macon looks over for the play. 2nd and 10 on the 18. Dwight flings it out to P-Row. Down inside the 10. I think he's got it. No, it's going to be just shy. 3rd and about a yard.
Quick little hit on the outside that time from Big Red. Get your man isolated on the outside. And close, just stepped out at about the 9-yard line. Just about a yard shy of that first down, Don.
3rd down, short 3.
Here it is, 3rd and short. Movement on Big Red on the right side, and that's going to back him up. False start on the red.
Dead ball, false start on the offense, 3rd down.
Procedure against the red flag, penalties on 3rd down, long 6.
JoJo P-Row comes out, 3rd and 6 at the 15.
3rd and 6, but again, this is 4-down territory for Big Red. You figure they're going to go for the first down if they don't make it here on 3rd.
Macon, top side, fires. You're going to have pass interference, I would think, because Meyer
it looked like they got the feet tangled. The official did not make the call. The official was looking right at the play. You see him in the back of the end zone, the official. You see the feet get tangled. No call. It falls incomplete.
Shaq Petaway checks out. 4th and 6 in the 15. They're going to run that bunch. That top side, that's Westlake and Meyer. Wiggins is going to go in motion that way. Macon rolling. He's got Wiggins open. Wiggins! He's got the first down for Big Red. Boy, talk about inches. He got just every inch he needed. Right at the sticks.
He used the defensive back to get that extra yard. Looked like he landed on the defensive back, and that gave him the push over the yardage. Take a look here on the Dome Ford replay. He gets spun around, and before his knee hits, he rolls over on the top of the defensive back, and that allows him to stretch the ball out. As we take another look here from a different angle, and he just manages to get across the 8-yard line for the first down.
LaShawn Luke checks in. He's going to be the up back. Jesse Burden, the deep back. Moving again on Big Red. On the right side again. 2 costly penalties down this drive for the Red.
Here, coaches all season long, Don, have to stay away from the mental
Dead
mistakes.
false
And
start,
that's all that
offense,
is. The mental
first
mistake.
down.
You're anxious to make a play. You want to make a big play, and you're so anxious that you don't allow yourself to come set. And then that allows you to jump, and you get the penalty.
False start on the Red. So first down at the 13. It's first and goal to go at the 13. Wiggins split clear to our bottom of the screen. You've got that bunch with Piro. Macon rolling that way. Passes caught. Caleb Westlake at the 6. Big Red in the Hollywood City Center red zone.
Good job by Macon and Westlake there. Macon finding the seam to throw the ball through. Macon just finding a little bit of a soft spot in between linebackers. Gets his hands up, shows himself in traffic to the quarterback. Allows Macon a bigger target to see to pick up in that traffic in the defensive secondary. So good job by Westlake to get his hands up and show Macon where he was, give him a bigger target to throw to.
Second and goal to go on the 7. Burden. Not much there. And Massillon, the interior of their line, doing
Jeff
a nice
Myers,
job. Yeah, Myers.
54, did a real nice job on that play, coming down and making the play.
6'3", 285.
Big boy, strong hands. You saw him, he just grabbed on, and he was like, you're not going any further. You're not, nope, that's it. This is all you're going to get.
Massillon with some excellent size on that defensive front.
Bad chin strap, so.
I never saw such a thing. Third and goal to go on the 7. Wiggins in motion. Jojo Piro the sidecar. Macon rolling. Wide open. Wiggins. Touchdown, Big Red.
Wiggins has been open underneath on that play to that side. Every time they've run him to that side underneath. The defensive backs, they've been confused. They've left him alone, and they paid for it there. Macon just puts it out there, throws it nice and easy. Nice easy catch for Wiggins into the end zone. Wide open. Big Red rolling here in the second quarter. Actually, other than that fumbled exchange, they have dominated this first half of play, and we are already down to just 3 minutes remaining.
Macon on to attempt the extra point. Snap, placement, and the kick is up, and it's going to be good. 3:15 to go on the half. Big Red, 7, Massillon nothing on your VaporJet scoreboard. And we are back at Harding Stadium getting set for the Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff, and Big Red leading 7-0, 3:15 to go in the half. And remember, Big Red will get the ball to start the second half, and sometimes kickoffs, the kicking game gets overlooked, but you look back, one of the biggest plays of this game, the opening kickoff, when that guy kicked it into the end zone.
That's just it. Macon's a pretty good athlete.
If you haven't noticed.
If you haven't noticed, he's not bad.
And he's headed to Central Michigan, gave a verbal commitment. Look at the special teams. Jesse Burden out there on this kick coverage unit. Trying a little pooch, Bill.
Not really sure about that one. I don't know exactly what they wanted to accomplish there. I would have kicked it deep into the end zone.
Jackie Kane.
Hey guys, I'm down here with the cheerleaders, and they sure have a lot to cheer about after that last score. Tell me, this has been a really exciting week for the students at Big Red gearing up for this game. How has it been?
It's been so fun. We decorated the halls, the football field, everything. Dancing in the hallways in the mornings, everything. It was just great.
Great. Well, show us that spirit. Take us out with a cheer.
Alex Winters on the carry, and he gets met by the Shack attack. Shack Pettaway.
Pettaway coming down the line of scrimmage. Well played. Winters hasn't had much to do. We saw him earlier in the broadcast last week with a couple of big runs. So far, Big Red has kept him bottled up. They've kept this whole offensive attack bottled up.
2nd and 11. Partridge looking over for the play. will stay in that eye. One receiver at the top, one at the bottom. This is Winters, nice hole, and he's going to get stuck. Isaiah Willis with the tackle. He upends him. There's a look at Isaiah Willis.
Take a look here at it is the game of the week, Don.
3rd and 7. Okay, Winters is out. They've got their passing personnel in. Matt Zimmerman, the big tight end of the near side. 2 receivers to the top, one to the bottom. Partridge now up under center. Big Red showing blitz. Handoff.
It's going to be short.
And Jordan Meyer with another tackle. And Meyer, what a job he's had defensively.
It'll be about short by about 1.5 yards, a yard, long yard at the closest. Take a look here. Petaway wanted to go on the blitz, and Massillon found the crease where the linebackers had vacated, but they still need a yard to pick up the first down here on 4th down, Don.
The big fullback, Clayton Maddox, checks in. Massillon going to call a timeout. They're going to talk this thing over. Big play call here for the Tigers. 4th and short on the Big Red 45. We're going to have that play after this break. You're watching the WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week. Big Red 7, Massillon nothing on your VaporJet scoreboard. And we're back. 4th and short for Massillon. Trying to get Big Red to jump. I wonder if they're going to just try to draw them off and then punt.
Well, they called the timeout. That's what they're doing. And you know what? They don't want to try and take it here. If they miss on this conversion on 4th down, Big Red gets it at midfield. The last 2 possessions, Massillon has not shown the ability to stop Big Red on offense at all tonight. Massillon has been dominated when they've been on defense by Big Red. Other than a fumble exchange down at the goal line, Big Red could be on top 14-0, and Massillon hasn't get. So the last thing they want to do is give Big Red the ball. If Big Red comes with a stop here, so they're going to kick this football away.
You know something, though? I think they're still going for it. That was plan A. Now they're going to plan B. You're not talking this long for a punt.
That's true.
WVU Syracuse tomorrow at noon. RTV 9 college football.
No, you're right, Don.
Right here. All right, 4th and short. All right, they've got Maddox at fullback.
Reset the clock. Want to reset the clock at 1:24.
It looks like, is that 33?
Yes.
Brandon Jackson.
All right. Delaying the game for 3 seconds. The officials could have waited to start the clock. Not that I'm bitter.
All right, there we go. 1:24 to go. Major play in this ball game right now. Will Partridge keep it when they hand off to the fullback? They give it to the fullback, and second effort, he's got it. And I'm telling you, it's a good thing that Najee Murray cleaned it up because
he was still
going.
alive.
That was a live ball carrier. Clayton Maddox to carry.
They initially
stopped him.
They initially stopped him, but he rolled off there, made a good play on the second effort.
1st and 10 at the 41.
Critical here with a minute to go, I think, for Big Red to keep Massillon out of the end zone.
They came up last week, though, ran a lot of plays in that quick hard count. Now they're doing it, and then they check for their play. Partridge, he's got running room top side. LaShawn Luke in pursuit, and Burton cleans him up.
Take it down inbounds, very important. The clock's going to continue to roll. They only have...
Look at the warm-ups. Massillon's got a nice field goal kicker. They only have 1 timeout left.
That's right. They burned those timeouts when they were making that decision on whether they're going to punt it or not.
That's your last timeout. 32 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, the coaching staff over for Massillon, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but the coaches threw down the play card. Not happy at all with that timeout. Poor clock management here inside midfield for Massillon, down to 32 seconds. They now have no timeouts, so if they don't get out of bounds or get a first down, That clock keeps running. They can't stop it unless they spike it.
You go get tackled in bounds, you need to get your field goal team out. You don't have that timeout. There's a look at Reno Sakash, and that's one thing with Big Red. I'm telling you, you talk about the preparation and the work by the coaches before these games for Big Red. And not that any game's different, but these big games, a game like this, and you look at the state championship games, playoff games.
They leave no stone unturned.
No, there's
really don't.
Nothing. I mean, we've
been around. We've been since 1991. Since 1990. I mean,
we're seeing formations and different looks and different things that you don't see. I mean,
and it changes every year. They never come at you with the same thing.
2nd and 3. Partridge has time. Underneath. Devin Smith. Najee Murray the tackle. But he stays in bounds. They'll move the chains, and the clock will start with 23 seconds.
They're going some hand signals. They're not going to spike it. They're going to go right up top again.
Winners the sidecar to Partridge. Partridge, I think they were wanting to throw it topside. They do. Receiver slips. He slipped in the end zone. Justin Olak.
Well, and you've seen the rain get harder and harder as the game has progressed. And here in the end zone, they had an opportunity, did Massillon, but the receiver goes down on the Don't Forward replay.
Was it on the paint?
Just on the paint, just on the edge of the paint.
That'll get slippier a lot of times.
Now we have timeout down on the field.
Big Red, the timeout. Timeout, Steubenville, that's their first timeout.
Really, Don, the only thing that you could question for Big Red in that first half is just the kickoff after the touchdown.
Yes.
Just kind of curious as to why they would try something like that, get a little bit cute.
And that's what set up this drive.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the one thing you would question. You know, looking back at it, obviously hindsight's 2020, but even at the time it was going on, I'm thinking, kick it deep. He kicked it in the end zone, put it back at the 20. Defense has been playing well. This gave Massillon the short field, or you try to surprise him.
With that pooch being that when the kick team comes up, they turn around, run down the field. Maybe they saw something on film where they thought they could sneak that. Look at this crowd.
It's unbelievable.
And I tell you what, I've seen people here from Bel Air, Shady Side, Martins Ferry, all over the place. Just valley-wide.
You think with the bad weather, people are going to stay with? No. Want to be a part of it. It's an event. It's a happening.
Well, 2nd and 10 on the 23. This will be a long field goal from here. Partridge, plenty of time down the middle. Pass is caught inside the 5. And that's Bo Grunder.
That was 6A. The coaching staff saying spike it on the far side for Massillon.
And they spike it. 3.2 seconds left. Now, do you kick it here?
I think they're going to go for the touchdown.
Interesting. They've got Macon in. Big Red does as a cover corner, it looks like to me. Murray, Meyer, and Willis.
Perhaps Partridge on the corner. Give him the run-pass option.
Well, Macon's covering Olak on the top. The slot man's Grunder.
Oh, we have motion penalty on both end wide receivers. Both receivers on both sides of the football, Don. They took off like they were shot out of a cannon, and that's going to set them back.
I think he could kick the field goal.
Start, offense.
Now,
second down.
Looks like they're sending in the unit.
And Big Red very adept at blocking kicks. Isaiah Willis has got to watch.
A few big games.
Top side is Willis. Snap, placement. Here comes Willis. The kick, though, is up, and it is good. And what a way to end the first half.
That's a win for Big Red, though.
Yes.
That's definitely a win because Massillon thought they were positioned to tie this up before half. Big Red, thanks to a mistake down near the goal line by Massillon, still has the lead 7-3. Great defense. Reno Sakac letting the officials have it as he heads to the locker room at halftime. But if you're Big Red, It doesn't get much better than that for that first half of football.
Jackie Kane with Reno.
I'm here with Coach Sack. Coach, tell me, what are your thoughts on the game so far?
To be honest with you, you can't play a team like Massillon and kick yourself in the foot and shoot yourself in the foot and punch yourself in the face and expect to win. We got to have a better second half. The effort's there. The effort's there. The will is there. The determination is there. The brains are there. We just got to take control of the brakes.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Don, what he's talking about there is that the fumble down at the goal line and that kick. That's what he's talking about.
And the procedure penalties. And what said the most there is what he didn't say, the sigh at the beginning. Halftime, Big Red 7, Massillon 3 in the Vapor Jet scoreboard. You're watching the WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week. WTOV 9 Game of the Week. Vapor Jet scoreboard. Big Red leads Massillon 7-3 as we get set to start the second half. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Trinity Health System, Doane Ford, First Choice America, and Federal Credit Union. Tony Terramana Cancer Center at Trinity Health System showdown in Steubenville. It is Big Red and Massillon in this one. There's the kick. Oh, wait a minute here. They're going to have to do it over again. Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff. The official talking to Rito Sakach. Guess it's the old, they went before we were ready.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Now we're going to do it.
This was going to count. This was going to count. Unfortunately, that's a short kick. Could have resulted in some good field position for Big Red.
All right, now we hear the whistle, so this is for real. The Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff. And Jojo Piro at the 10. And he's going to bring it out to the 18, where Big Red will start the second half. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Dwight Macon rolls out, finds Trey Wiggins for the touchdown. Late first half, that put Big Red up 7-0. Massillon, good scoring opportunity here, but the receiver slips in the end zone. And then the Tigers settle for this field goal. Boy, was that close. And that is where we stand now at the half, 7-3.
That end zone camera shot. It's nice.
Because from our angle, it looked like it was right down the middle.
Yeah. Well, the great thing from that camera angle, you see just how big this event is.
I did that camera, the DeSales game, back when it was still grass here. When it rained like this, I was in that camera one year for playoff game. Dwight Macon in the gun. Trey Wiggins, they fake it to Wiggins. Macon keeps it. Dwight has got the first down out at the 29-yard line. And the thing is, in the first half, Billy, they ran that with Trey. He had the first down carry on it. Now you've got to respect that each and every time they fake it.
That's the great thing about establishing the run in the first half. And speaking of run, they're now over 100 yards for the game. Big Red rushing on the ground. We take a look here, and they just seal the end of the line, and then it's Macon one-on-one with the defensive back, runs him over for the first down. But now Big Red up around 110 yards on the ground after one carry in the first half as a team. Offensively on the ground, they're getting it done.
Danny Bain, crowds in motion, running the stretch that way. Piro to the 30, about a yard.
Give credit to Remark there, the defensive back coming down, and he just kind of clogged that end up for Massillon, and Big Red couldn't get him moved out of the way. It just kind of bottled everything up at the end of the line of scrimmage. So nice play by Remark there defensively to come down for the Tigers.
2nd and 9, Alvin Taylor now in as your tailback. Wiggins a wing to the top. LaShawn Luke in motion that way. Macon. Pass to Dominic Gary, the tight end, first down. Out to the 43. Boy, offensively, they continue to mix it up.
Well-designed play. You send the fullback in motion. The defensive backs have to respect that, so they move. They widen out a little bit. Then they'll get the play action. That freezes everyone. And there's the wide open receiver. Very well designed play for Big Red on first down as they pick up another first down.
Dominic Gary, Jr., with Sage Kutry injured. Boy, he's done well in his chances. Bunch top side, but they're going to run Macon. And Macon's going to gain 2. So that the bunch to the top.
Spencer Leno, the linebacker, coming up, making the play, number 30 for Massillon.
Just underway here, second half. Big Red leading Massillon 7-3 in the Trinity Health System scorebar. Have a look at that Massillon defense. Wiggins, the slot to the bottom. Pirro split all the way out. JoJo Pirro, the sidecar. Wiggins in motion out of the top. He's going to come back. Macon the keep. Dwight Macon across midfield. He should have a first down.
Spot on the far side official. Now we have a flag late, and it goes way up into the air. We're going to have to wait and see. Macon, I think it may be on him the way he's gesturing to the sidelines, kind of has his arms out like, I didn't do anything. We'll have to wait and see. He had the first down, though.
Dead ball, personal foul, offense, first down.
Tough break for Big Red. He got the first down yardage. Now they're going to have the personal foul at the end of the play. So,
good push up front. Macon finds the seam down on the ground. He lays the ball out.
That's it.
We've had it long enough to see if there's a push, a shove, something said. Nope, we're not going to see it. But
that's a dead ball foul, so they'll have the first down. Something's all right. It can't be 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Big Red on their own 38. Pirro, the sidecar, 2 receivers to either side. And Macon will be sacked. Good pressure coming in for Massillon and making the sack. Brian Robinson, a sophomore.
That's a big sophomore, 6 foot 255. Big Red has their flow going the opposite side of the field, and Robinson just came in untouched and was able to make the sack. 2nd down and long now, 2nd and 18.
Second and 18, Wiggins in motion to the top. Macon fires, Dominic Gary with the catch at the 40. Nice gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and about 8.
Gary, the junior, 6'1", 185, showing sure hands tonight as he looks it in. Takes the hit, but gets a nice chunk of yardage back. 3rd and 8 now from the 41. Big Red, an opportunity to convert here.
Wiggins and Pirro to the top. Caleb Westlake down to the bottom. Got double tight ends. Sage Kutry to the top. Dominic Gary to the bottom. Empty backfield. Macon. Pump fake. Everybody's covered. Incomplete. Trey Wiggins, the intended receiver.
Give credit to Massillon's defensive backs. That was good blanket coverage. They just had everybody covered. Macon really didn't have anyone to go to. Tried to throw it high over the linebacker that was in his face. And it falls incomplete. Massillon, good coverage on 3rd and 8 against Big Red. They had everybody covered.
Pirro had a nice punt last time. There's a snap. Beautiful punt. Fielded back at the 22. That's Bo Grunder trying to find his wall. Gets by Danny Bain. He's got a seam down the sideline. An excellent tackle for Big Red, Isaiah Willis.
Tremendous play by Isaiah Willis. Came all the way across the field after he missed him the first time to take him down on the far side. Great play by Willis.
Big Red 7, Massillon 3. We'll take a break and be back after this. And we're back. Massillon's first possession of the second half. 1st and 10 on their own 38. Partridge back to pass. You're going to have a hold on Massillon and a sack. And
credit Petaway with the sack.
Yeah.
He was tackled as he came in. Can't block him. Tackle him, Don.
You and I talked at halftime, why isn't Massillon throwing more? And maybe that's the reason, that pressure coming from Big Red.
Take a look here. The official trying to explain Big Red's options. They want the ball there after the sack. Do they want to take the penalty?
Well,
captains will look over the sideline.
Decline the penalty, take the yardage for the sack.
Take the yardage,
then you got second and long instead of first and a little longer. They pick up what? 8
Holding
with the sack.
Offense penalty is declined. Second
take
down.
Take it down, take the yardage. Take a look here off of the edge. That's just a mismatch every day of the week. Petaway against Winters, that's a mismatch. Big Red will take that matchup every time with Petaway coming off the edge.
Partridge, straight drop, trying to set up the screen. And good coverage. Jordan Banks was covering the tailback, Alex Winters. It's 3rd and 18 now. And I'm telling you, Massillon just cannot seem to get things on track. Untracked on offense. There's Jordan Banks.
Jordan Banks. Everybody's got chin strap problems.
Okay, now making in. They're going to have him cover on this near side. Petaway out there as well. Piro deep. Big Red doing all this adjusting. Partridge flushed. Here comes Banks. Throw it back the other way. Incomplete. Isaiah Willis on the coverage. And Jordan Banks and Jesse Burden were both there.
The one thing that has given Massillon fits throughout the game, at least in my mind, is when Big Red's going to pass, when they get to the line of scrimmage on the Don Ford replay, you don't see it here. Banks coming off the corner, puts the pressure on the quarterback. He has to get rid of it quicker than he wants. Good coverage from Big Red. But when they stand up, Don, and they're shifting around, the offensive line doesn't know where they're coming from. And it's that split second they have an advantage.
Isaiah Willis, number 8. I'll watch him all night on these punts. Here he comes. Caleb Westlake. Muffs it, get on it. And Westlake, Big Red will have decent field position at their own 35. 7:08 to go in the third quarter. The Red leads at 7-3. You're watching the WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week from a jam-packed Harding Stadium. And we are back. Big Red takes over 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Double tights. Wiggins in motion. Fake to Wiggins. Making the keep. Dwight Macon across the 45, ball on the ground. But he's got it, but he's at the 47.
Shaking up on the play. Dwight Macon is shaking up on the play, and he's going to come up hobbling on the left leg. He's going to try and run it out. I think he took a knee from the defensive back, number 7, Grunder. I think when he went down on the football, Don, when he fell, Grunder came in to make a play on the ball, and it looked like his knee got into Macon's calf area, and that may be what's bothering it. Definitely looked like he got hit in the side of that leg by Grunder when he went down.
The second one, Anthony Piro comes in, and he did an excellent job at quarterback when Macon was injured. JoJo Piro, first down Red. Look at this. Clear at the 40-yard line. Talk about playing to the echo of the whistle for Big Red. That's Delshawn Woods and Jake Lynn. And he took his defender, and they blocked him about another 10 yards down the field. I'm sure the Massillon fans not too happy with that. But
last possession, Big Red had. They moved the ball well. They got to midfield, and we had the personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Big Red. That set them back, stalled that drive. They're on the move again. Massillon still hasn't shown me the ability to stop Big Red.
Piro gonna keep it.
I'll tell you what,
Anthony
that's good.
Piro, the
that's
quarterback.
Good effort out to the 47, 48-yard line.
Okay, that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Anthony had...
I don't know if we can get a shot of the sideline, but looking down right at the 50-yard line near the table, Bacon's on his back. It looks like he might be cramping up in both legs. It looks like they're looking at both legs and kind of holding his feet down like they're trying to stretch those legs out. So maybe he got hit and that just caused him to go into some cramps.
I can't. He's got 5 guys around him. I can't see anything.
He's that valuable. if you were that valuable down.
And first man through. Shaq Petaway. First down, Red at the 40. That, my friends, is a tough run by Shaq.
Shaq Petaway having a fantastic game offensively and defensively in here. Finds the hole and then just runs over the linebacker and carries 2 or 3 more Massillon Tigers into the second. He takes a shot at the line of scrimmage from his own man and drags the linebacker for an extra 5 yards.
He ran through Seth Nalbach, and I guess that's why they keep buttoning up their chin straps.
They better.
Mercy. Bo Grunder finished them up.
Macon still down at the 50 on the sideline. Has 3-4 people. Looks like they may be giving him a few salt tablets. Try and get those cramps out and get those legs loosened up.
First and 10 at the 40. Dominic Gary, crabs in motion, top side. Timeout, Big Red.
Timeout, Big Red.
And we will take a break. 5:06 to go, third quarter. Big Red leads at 7-3. And we're back. 5:06 to go, third quarter. Look at the crowd. Standing
right
room
there,
only
Don.
tonight.
Right there. There we are.
And Jackie Kane, I don't know if you can see Jack on the sideline with what's going on with Dwight.
He's looking for his helmet.
Okay, yep, he's up. He's getting in.
Make him make his way down beside Reno Suckoch and let him know that he's ready to go back in the game.
So first and 10
he's
at the 40.
still trying to stretch out that right calf.
I just heard the crowd erupt and I saw Jackie was standing down there in that group, and he's set to come back in. JoJo Piro. Oh, that's a hard run. 5 yards for Piro.
That's a nice, patient run. Piro did a really nice job when he got to the line of scrimmage. There wasn't that much there initially. Got up to the line of scrimmage, didn't panic, found his way through the hole, found a little seam, and came up with 5 yards. Very nice run, very patient run.
Second,
as you guys just saw, Dwight Macon was able to make his way up and get back over there. He was hurting. He was cramping in both legs. They were stretching him out. They were giving him some soft tablets, but all the while some of the players were reminding him, this is a big game, Dwight, you got to get up. This is a big game, but it looks like he's doing well now.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing so well, he's coming in. Second and 5, LaShawn Luke, look at this run for the first down. Thanks a lot, Jack, and Macon back into the ball game. First and 10 at the 27. Piro dotting that I, LaShawn Luke, the fullback. Bain comes off the line, that puts Piro on the line. Bain crabs this way, stretch this way. Piro. And I'm telling you, he's 5'9". He's got to be a tough guy to see when he gets behind that wall of blockers.
Reminds me, Joe Morris played for the Giants, played for Syracuse. He was a guy to get behind the line. You didn't see him. He wasn't that big. He wasn't necessarily that fast. But all of a sudden, he's in the secondary before you know it.
Let's take a look at it.
Let's take a look at the big guys up front. Flowing to the outside. Massillon doing a good job here bottling up this play, but you see the push. Big Red's been winning that line of scrimmage all night long.
Unbalanced aside, second and 9 and the 26. They're going the other way. Macon. Not much there on second down.
Dwight Macon on the quarterback rollout gets about 1.
Bain really, you almost have to credit him with the tackle. He was trying to make a block and fell, and really Macon ran into the side of Bain on the play. They'll bring up third down and 9 from the 26. Definitely in 2-down territory here, Don. Or 4-down territory. Let's take a look at Reno Suckoch on the sideline calling the offensive play. 2:56. That's the one thing Big Red has done. I would love to see the time of possession. They have just dominated the time of possession tonight.
This game has definitely gone quick. Third and 9 on the 26. Macon in the gun. Piro in motion. They're going to flood this bottom side, but Macon's going to keep it. Macon to the outside, 20-15. He's got the first down to the 14-yard line.
Great play, great blocking up front, great play call. And Macon, after being on the sideline with the cramps, you see the two offensive linemen pull. That allows Macon to get the corner, and he is going to get outside for the first down. Just great job up front, winning the point of attack, and then Macon wins the foot race to the pylon or the sticks for the first down.
Mason Campbell, nice block leading the way, but they flood it down here. You've got to account for those receivers. That opens things up on that top side. Macon over the middle, and he's lucky that's not picked off.
There's about 4 Massillon Tigers right around the intended receiver. That's a dangerous play. You always hear late down the middle, and even though that play didn't last that long, it was down the middle and everyone was covered. You hear Macon, he's looking around, looks at about 4 different targets, and then just kind of almost looking to get rid of it.
Maybe. 2nd and 10 at the 14. They've got that little bunch down here to the bottom. Now, they ran that previously, and then Pirro cut in the middle, and Macon ran it following Pirro's lead block. They're going to kind of run the stretch this way, and Macon to the, it's about the 11, so gain of 3, bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Macon ran it to that bunch side.
Maybe setting up a play here, maybe influence running that bunch side again, and you throw back the other way. Get that. You just keep the one thing Big Red has done real well on their play calling today. They've kept Massillon on their heels a bit because they've done that so much where they've influenced one way and gone back the other way, and the offensive line has done such a good job pulling, trapping. They've just done a really good job keeping Massillon on their heels. Can they do it here on 3rd and 7?
Similar plays, but a lot of different looks, a lot of different formations. Macon rolls top side, incomplete on the slant. They were trying to get it to Meyer.
You get everyone flowing that way, then he threw back to the middle on the post pattern to Meyer. Just missed his man. It'll bring up 4th down, decision time, or is there a decision?
There's no decision. 4th and 7 on the 11. We'll see what play they call. Kicking field goals not really a strength.
It's the amazing thing. Every year I go, you just think, there have been some good kickers that have come through this program, but you just think that they would have someone every year.
Macon in the gun. Meyer top side to flood that side. Macon open in the end zone. Touchdown Big Red, Anthony Pirro.
Pirro did a great job. He found that open corner down. He just sat down in the corner, put his hands up. I'm open. Nothing fancy here. Macon does a couple of reads, takes a couple of looks, and then Pirro he finds the spot, loses his defender, and he just puts his arms up. I'm wide open. Hit me.
The defender slipped. If you looked on that last replay, boy, all the time in the world, Billy.
Beautiful throw on the move. Nice job by Pirro watching the ball into his hands. Right in the corner, gets his feet down. Beautiful offensive play. No good.
And you wanted them to kick a field goal.
I didn't want them to kick a field goal.
13-3 Big Red, 1:37 to go, 3rd quarter. Hey, Bill.
You got to take the tutty.
Bill, I'll take that over a field goal any day.
Take the tutty.
We'll be back. And we're back, 13-3 your score, 1:37 to go. 3rd quarter, Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff. Big Red leads at 13-3. If Bill Phillips was the coach, it would still be 7-3 because he would have attempted a field goal.
No. I did not say that. It was a rhetorical question.
Oh, was that it?
Yes.
Now it's rhetorical after you saw the extra point. Lucky McClurg for the kickoff. So Macon, it must be something with the issue with the legs. He's not doing the kicking Lucky McClurg is. Massillon from its own 20. Devin Smith, and he gets out to the 38. Jackie Kane, what's it like on the sidelines?
Thanks, Don. Well, with a capacity crowd like we have out here tonight, school officials and local police got prepared for tonight's game. Earlier in the week, school officials from both Steubenville and Massillon met with officers here in Steubenville, and officers from Massillon came down. They toured this facility. They put a security plan into place just in case anything would happen. But I checked with officers just a short while ago, and they say so far, no problems out here. This is a well-behaved crowd. Back to you.
Don looking down at the sideline, Macon again lying down on the turf, getting his legs stretched out as Massillon tries to come up with something offensively against this Big Red defense that's been outstanding all night.
Play fake, pressure, ripped down. Shaq Petaway the sack back at the 26-yard line.
My player of the game right now. Shaq Petaway has been all over the field, offensively, defensively. He comes through here, and all of a sudden, everybody's out of time. If you're in a Massillon Tiger uniform, Petaway comes roaring in. They haven't had an answer for him, Don. All game long, they've not had an answer for him. Wherever he lines up, whatever he's done defensively, Massillon has not been able to handle number 23, and Macon back onto the field now.
You sit here and look. Massillon, big, huge up front. Big Red speed is the whole story with Big Red defensively. Rolling top side, Partridge unloads, pass is caught.
Petaway.
Petaway over with the stop and the catch made by Bo Grunder. But that's going to bring up third and about 10.
Receivers injured over on the far sideline. That's the one thing that about Harding Stadium that it's always made me nervous is that the stands are so close to the sideline on the far side, and you see here the receiver Grunder, he goes out of bounds, hit. He took a pretty good shot in the back.
Well,
obviously the water
you got to
get out of the way.
The water girl's got to move. He took a Gatorade. He took a Gatorade squeezy to the ankle.
Oh, he's cramping up too. The humidity in the air with all this rain apparently has everyone cramping up tonight. They're stretching his legs out. Got to liquefy during the week, Don. Got to liquefy.
3rd and 9.
Some people like to call it hydrate.
Massillon on around 40. Boy, you go to Pittsburgh and you come back with all these big terms. Hydrate. How about drink water?
Okay.
All right. Now, we've talked about this, so here's the big thing. Big Red's got all these, I want to say slash-type defenders. Mm-hmm. They've got guys who could jump back, play linebacker line. When they do all this jumping around on defense, and it's been confusing for who do you block on that line. 3rd and 9. Partridge, underneath route.
Ooh.
The Najee Murray with the tackle. And Massillon, what they're good at is these short routes or guys put a shake and bake on and make guys miss. Reno talked all week about we've got to be able to tackle in space. Well, that's what Big Red's good at,
and
tackling in space.
They've done that. You take a look here on the Doan Ford replay. That's just textbook tackling in open field right there. Find your man, find his belt buckle, and put him to the ground.
3rd quarter coming to a close after 3 quarters of play. It's Big Red 13, Massillon 3. You're watching the WTOV 9 Game of the Week. You and a little over 10,000 of your closest friends taking this one in. We'll be back.
Maybe 11.
Maybe 12. The WTOV 9 Game of the Week, the showdown in Steubenville, brought to you in part by Trinity Health System, M Media, Don Vernon Heating and Cooling of Steubenville, Celebrations Party and Sports Store in Steubenville, and Ferguson Tire Service in Weirton. 4th quarter just underway. Massillon punting. Here comes the pressure. He gets the punt away.
Wow, nice
that
pick.
That is a beautiful punt. Caleb Westlake from his 10. Trying to find the wall. Blocking the back on the red. So Big Red will be really backed up in their own end.
You can see it coming as you watch Big Red's blockers go down. You're thinking, don't hit him in the back. Don't even hit him in the shoulder because it's going to look like you're hitting him in the back. And if we take another look at it, you're going to see it's kind of a shoulder side shot, and the angle, it's just, you almost have to leave that alone.
He's going to make the call here, Billy.
Blocking the back on the return team. First down, the ball will be on the 8.5.
Love that mic. Who's it? Britney Spears has one of those? Or
Take a look
Brooks?
here. Watch up top of the screen. Here you come. Yeah, there it is, right in the shoulder and in the back. There it is. You got to leave that. You got to leave that cover man alone at that point. He's by you. Your return man's going to the sideline. But now it's about securing the football and picking up some yards, getting away from your goal line.
Macon trying to get to the corner, and he does not. He's going to be pulled down at about the 12-yard line. And, well, I tell you what, for Massillon, you got to throw it out there to Josh Remark.
He's played a very good ball game.
Excellent pursuit to track down Macon.
Gain of about 4, second down 6.
Called a gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 6 for the Red on their own 12. Wiggins in motion. Now he's going to come back. Hand off, tailback, Piro, no gain. 3rd and 12. Or 3rd and 6, excuse me.
Joe Piro. Short yardage gets 1. 3rd and 5.
Up 10. 11:20 to go. You take your time in and out of the huddle at this point. A lot of time left, but no need to rush if you're Big Red.
Called a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5 for the Red on their own 13. LaShawn Luke, your fullback, he's going to go in motion. Macon going to look that way. Dominic Gary, he's got the first down. I'll tell you what, Sage Kutry got nicked up in the Woodland Hills game, and Dominic Gary, you talk about a kid being ready and prepared to take the most of his opportunity. That kid's done it.
Ran the same play in the 3rd quarter for big yards as well. Have the fullback go in motion, influence the play that way. He just sits down, makes the play.
Absolutely. Set down in that little seam between the two defenders. There's that bunch set. Macon, the stretch. He's going to be thrown for a rare loss. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
I believe it's Remark again, or it may have been Remark.
That works the clock, though.
May have been Hunt, number 45. Good play down the line of scrimmage in pursuit. Make the stop from behind for the Tigers.
Let's go, Red! Let's go, Red! Let's go, Red! Let's go, Red!
2nd and 11 for the Red on their own 20-yard line. Clock are running at 10 minutes. Timeout, Big Red. Tomorrow, the West Virginia Mountaineers will play the Syracuse Orangemen, and we'll bring you the game on RTV 9 tomorrow at noon. Tune in to our digital channel 9.2 or Comcast channel 208.
Dad's alma mater, Syracuse. He was a walk-on football player at Syracuse back in the day.
Your dad?
My dad, yeah. Yep.
Big Red now with only one timeout left.
You find that hard to believe? He looked at me like I was making it up.
Sometimes I have no idea where you're going. A good look from the sidelines at the crowd. Well, one of the things you had to know, his dad went to Syracuse.
Well, you were trying to dress up the promo. I was born at the Syracuse. I was born on campus when Dad was in school.
Well, right now you got to be pretty impressed with what you're saying.
I'm very impressed with Big Red. This is outstanding. I hear all the time, how good's Big Red? How good's Big Red up in Pittsburgh? They are this good. They beat Woodland Hills. They're one of the best teams in Western PA.
2nd and 11, Trey Wiggins, incomplete. Whew. Was that open down the seam? Little pump fake. And then he went for Wiggins. Brings up 3rd down.
The amount of mustard he put on that ball, the heat on that ball, it looked like he was itching to uncork one because he just whistled this down the field. Wiggins was wide open, needed to put a little bit more air on the ball, but he saw him quick, and he wanted to get it there in a hurry.
I don't know what it is, but whether Wiggins is on a pass route, running the football, there's never a defender near him.
Nope, not tonight.
3rd and 11 on the 20. Now Wiggins is in the slot. P-Rose split the whole way out. I mean, Big Red's done it with their running game, but the 2 touchdowns both came on passes. And you got to pass, if you're going to win a big game. And they're doing that tonight. Macon, incomplete. Boy, excellent pressure.
He took a good shot, too.
He's slow getting up. Let's see.
Hunt.
Danny Hunt. Tell you what, plenty of time left. 13-3, 9:50 to go. Now Massillon has all 3 of their timeouts. Big Red only with 1 timeout left. The punting game has been excellent for Big Red so far tonight. You need to get a good one off here.
Good bit of coaching there. Not much was said or done, but as Macon walks up the field, Reno just grabbed him by the face mask, pulled him over, patted him on the head, said, everything's good, doing a good job, just keep it going. Let him go to the sideline, get his rest.
Okay, here comes the pressure. P-Row gets off a good punt. Tigers field at their own 45. Caleb Westlake with a tackle. When we come back, the Tigers 1st and 10 with great field position at their own 48. We're back. VaporJet scoreboard. Big Red 13, Massillon nothing, and Massillon taking over 1st and 10 on their own 49. Reverse coming back this way. Najee Murray. What an open field tackle. Gain of 6, but it could have been a whole heck of a lot more as they try to take advantage of that attacking Big Red defense.
When that play came around the corner, Don, it had 20, 30 yards written all over it. But as you said, great open field tackle, and it's not even a first down for Massillon.
2nd and 3. And Najee Murray, he's just a sophomore. Both these teams, a lot of sophomores making big contributions. 2nd and 3, Partridge in the gun, 2 backs with him. Incomplete, and coming off the edge was Isaiah Willis, and he got a hand up. I don't know if he deflected it or not.
Partridge made the right read. He saw Willis was going to come on the blitz. Willis gave it away just a little bit early. Receiver came down. He needed to get it to him quicker than Partridge. He couldn't throw it behind him, but he made the right read. He was the open man after Willis came off the corner.
Well, these Big Red defenders, when they come in, like you say, Bill, if they can't get to the quarterback, they get a hand up. And I don't care if it's a defensive back, a lineman, a backer, they all do that. They get their hands up.
It's just good fundamental football, good coaching.
LaShawn Luke, your middle linebacker. They've got Burton on the near edge, Petaway top edge. 3rd and 3. Delayed handoff. Up the middle. No gain. LaShawn Luke with the tackle. Shaq Petaway there as well for the Red. And boy, Anthony Pirro, the defensive coordinator, is dialing them up tonight.
Banks comes in here early, came around, was able to get in the backfield and slowed man up, and then he gets help from his friends in the middle of the field. That's a huge stop on 3rd down. Now down 13-3, and you're under 8.5 minutes to go. Massillon's in a 4-down situation almost every time now.
Listen to this crowd. Fourth and 3, pass is caught, 1st down. Bo Grunder.
Good job by Partridge getting rid of the football. They came on a blitz to the outside, found the man that he had to. Grunder then running on 3, already had the 1st down, but manages to pick up about 5 more yards after Murray makes the hit, gets the hand down twice to get some more yardage downfield. So good play by the quarterback and receiver from Massillon on that one, and it results in a 1st down.
I'm telling you, with the enclosed glass in this press box, if you hear the crowd, you know they're loud. Trickery again, back to Partridge, pass, caught, down at the 2-yard line. Justin Olak.
Olak got a step. Big Red wasn't necessarily fooled on the play. Take a look here, the pitch, and this is just a nice pass from Partridge. Olak had a step. That was it. He wasn't fooled. The defensive back didn't look in the backfield. He was on the coverage. He just got beat on the play. And now Massillon looking to punch it in.
1st and goal to go in the 2. Alex Winters dotting that I. Handoff, fullback.
Short.
He stopped at the goal line. I did not notice, though, Bill. Was he lined up as a wideout?
At the end, he was. At the end of the play, he ran over to get the play, and then he just lined up on that spot.
Yeah, excellent look. He stopped. But yeah, in that pass play, so he was not lined up Partridge to start that as the quarterback. Second and goal to go on the 1.
Less than the length of the football down on the goal line.
Let's take a listen to this crowd. I don't have to say a word. The crowd tells you what happened.
I'm not gonna.
Big Red stopped him. That was
12th man on the field helping the defense, and how about this? Just penetration from every part of the defensive line and linebacker core.
We're right above the Big Red home side, and we can hear the floor shake. And I always say you can't hear the crowd in here. Boy, you can tonight. Here we go. Third down. Well, you don't need a play-by-play guy because you got 11,000 of them. 8,000 of them are wearing red and black, and they're going to tell you, interception, Big Red.
They throw the jump ball. Piro wasn't fooled. He got good position. Basically, he boxed out with his back end, just like you're taught when you're taking a rebound. Box him out with your backside, go up, get the ball at the highest point. Great defensive play. Great job going up and getting the football. Look at this crowd. This place is electric, Doc.
Boy, I've been doing this a long time, and I tell you what, I've got chills in my spine.
So did I.
Here's the handoff. On first down.
I've seen some big games in the stadium, called some big games. I haven't seen anything that even compares to this.
I'm telling you, the eruption, I mean, you'd have felt you were at a pro game or a big Division I college game when we cranked up the audio on that play.
It's fantastic.
2nd and 7.
Doesn't get any better than this.
Piro to the 29.
Go get him on the sideline.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Take a look here. Piro trying to get to the corner. Just good penetration that time by Massillon. They get the job done on defense. More often than not, Big Red has found that corner and they found the room to run.
2 tight ends up on that top side. Macon, hey, he's going to put it up. Pass is caught. Danny Bain. And they're finding something they like with that quick hitter with the tight end.
Take another look at it here. He finds Bain open down that seam, and Macon is going to get it to him right away. He knew he didn't have a lot of time to get it in there. He turned, fired. Bain hadn't even turned around yet. When he did, the ball was on him. Great pass, great catch, big first down, and the clock is moving inside, 4:30 to go.
They used to make a living with that with Goose, Anthony Gossett. That tight end down the seam. Now it's quiet. And Luke, he is stacked up.
Well, that's a I don't know if I want to say that's a quick whistle, but he, with the second effort, no one really had him wrapped up there.
Big Red working every second they can off of that clock. Second and 11. JoJo Piro. to the 47.
Now we got to get away from this. If you're Big Red, just walk away. Offense, the helmet came off, and that's going to be problems for the Massillon Tiger. Big number 54, Jeff Myers, he may be out of the game. He takes his helmet off, slams it down.
Well,
he got into it with some Big Red linemen, and look at Reno Suckots down on the field. He's just saying, get back in the huddle, guys. Let's go back and play football.
Well, you've got Poland coming in next week, too, so see what happened here. Whew.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking across the field at the Massillon stands. That's the most life I've seen in them in the second half. They've been in a stunned silence while the Big Red side of the field has been electric. It's almost like they've gotten hit and they've been stunned. Now one of the officials is over talking to Bain, and he is really in his grill.
Well, the upset, it seems like they're not wanting them to incite the crowd. Because that's what he was doing. He was waving his arms to get the...
The officials have to get control of this game. There's 3 minutes and 34 seconds left. It's been a fantastic game to this point. Both sides have played hard. Both sides have played well.
What could he have done to... What could he have done to have the officials sprint over when they're in their own huddle? He's not doing anything.
That's the thing I don't understand. Unless he was screaming back across, and the official heard him screaming at the mask. The officials need to get control of this. If you're Big Red, you're up 10 points right now. Just stay out of it. You just want to get in the huddle, run your play, pick up the first down, run some more clock. If they want to get into the shenanigans, let them get into the shenanigans. But if you're Big Red, just run your plays and help that clock move.
Well, it's 3rd and 2. Stretch top side. Piro! He's got the first down for Big Red. Just in the Massillon territory across midfield.
That's the best medicine. If you get into it with somebody, just prove, hey, we're going to run at you. We're going to pick up the first down. That clock's at 3:13. You may have 3 timeouts, but it's going to roll. Take another look at it here. Piro, and this is just one-on-one with the linebacker, and he's going to win the battle for the yards he needs to pick up that first down. He has had an outstanding game as Piro running the football, and he's running with power. And again, Don, power in a small package. 5'9", 170, but he is every bit of grit and muscle that you can find in that frame. And he has run very tough inside all night long.
First down for the Red, the ball at midfield.
Some of the fans calling it. Look, and some of the fans are already headed to the exits. Now we have another flag.
Well, the ones going to the exits are the curious Ohio Valley folks that wanted to see a football game.
They got what they wanted.
Faithful,
they're not leaving.
No. Until
they'll be about 3 hours after the game. Unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike. 15 big yards. Massillon started to come apart at the seams a bit.
Yeah, they've got to be very frustrated because they can't have many first downs. They have not done much positive in this football game.
First downs in the first half they've had 4. I don't think they have 4 in the second half.
1st and 10 at the 35. Jojo Piro, short pickup.
And you got to know that they've heard all week. They played Ignatius pretty well last week. They lost, but I know that they've heard all season. Oh, you're going down to play Big Red. You guys should beat up on these guys. They're a lower division. I mean, they've heard it.
Division 1.
You know they've heard it. You're expected to win. All of the pressure is on them. Coming in, Big Red. People are putting pressure on them. Oh, you guys can beat them. You can beat them. Massillon's heard that. They're starting to come apart at the seams a bit here late in this game.
2nd and 8. This is a lot like that Woodland Hills game now.
Yep.
Here's Piro. And that win is starting to look very impressive. They've beaten Bethel Park. They've beaten Pittsburgh Central Catholic.
Don,
are they number 3?
They're basically the top team in West. People are starting to look at them as the top team in the WPIAL.
In big school.
In big school. They are in the biggest division in Western Pennsylvania. And I heard that all summer, working up in Pittsburgh. Well, what's Big Red going to do? Are they really that good? The answer is obviously yes, and they're proving it again tonight.
There's 2:02 to go in the ball game. Big Red leads at 13-3. We'll be back. And we are back. There's the band. Let's take a listen. Third and 5 at the 30. Make it. Quarterback draw. D. White. He might have a first down. He's real close. He's down at the 25-yard line.
Just short. Take another look at it. Dawn Ford replay. Not a whole lot going on in the middle of the field. Make something out of not much. And he's close to first down yardage, but they won't measure. It's now 4th down and 1. Clock running.
What, you want to kick a field goal again?
I didn't want to kick a field goal before.
Yeah. This is on tape, though.
Let's put it this way. I watched warm-ups. I didn't think anything outside of an extra point was really going to be anything that was going to be tested.
4th and 1 at the 25. Timeout, Big Red. We'll be back. There's 1:17 to go. The run in command at 13-3. And we're back. Here's the situation. 1:17 to go in the ball game. Big Red up 13-3. We're looking at a 4th and 1 at the Massillon 25.
And what we're watching.
Jesse Burden, the tailback. Making. He's got the first down. Right down to the 17-yard line.
And Don, what I was about to say before the snap, I held off. What we are watching, what we are witnessing, is one of the great wins in Big Red history. And this is a school that has over 700 wins to its credit. 3 state titles on the field, 9 titles overall. But this will go down as one of the great wins in Big Red history at home. 37-3-2, Massillon with the advantage in this series. But tonight, it's all about Big Red.
Back in 78.
And there he is.
Big Red could not compete. I mean, talking to Reno this week, hey, you know, Massillon, we weren't getting them enough points. That's why Massillon dropped them. JoJo Piro on the carry, and I think now they've got the point where they can compete with Massillon, and there they are, and showing it tonight.
Big Red has answered the call.
Boy, and the fans rising to their feet. And they're just going to take a knee. It's 2nd and 7. They won't even have to do that. 3, 2, 1. It's over. M&M Hardware, hit of the game. And it came from in the first half. Mr. Jordan Meyer. That's your M&M Hardware hit of the game. And I'm telling you what, this has got to be the most memorable game I've ever had a chance here to witness at Harding Stadium. Jackie is down in the middle of the field with head coach Reno Sakach, and Jackie, take it away. Jackie down on the field, trying to get head coach Reno Sakach. And I'll tell you, Big Red, Bill, I mean, this was no fluke. Big Red took control of this game from the outset and grabbed it by the jugular and did not let go.
No, they dominated.
Offensively, defensively, you name it.
Think about the first quarter. They dominated that. Big long drive didn't result in a touchdown. Then they had the ball right away in the second quarter. Same thing. And they did it again in the third and fourth quarter. Big Red tonight was a better team by far throughout both sides of the football and special teams. I think if these two teams played 10 times, Big Red's winning the majority of them. And they really, really played well tonight. And again, one of the, as you mentioned, one of the most memorable games you've seen here at this stadium. I think it may be the most memorable game I've seen here at Harding Stadium, Reno Field.
And Reno got it with the tee in the middle of the field. I'm sure they're going to come over to this near sideline and salute the fans. And that does it from Harding Stadium. Big Red 13, Massillon 3, and that's your final on the WTOV 9 Game of the Week. For Bill Phillips and Jackie Kane, I'm Don Sloan. Thanks for watching the WTOV 9 Game of the Week.
Yes, I do.